Hello. Cheers to the freaking weekend. Anyways, happy weekend. So the topic for today, what should we talk about today? I'm thinking about how soon is too soon to um I guess solidify your relationship. Should you date for a year? Should you date for 2 years? Should you date to live together for a while before making any solid decision? How soon is too soon? Some people date actually for 7 years, then they get married for like a year, and it's over. Some people date for 6 months, they get married, and it's still over. Some people date for 6 months, get married, and they last. So, is there a criteria, a formula to use to know when to move to the next stage? Like, how do you know if it's time to move to the next stage? I don't know. I think it's difficult. It's hard to quantify if you should wait after 6 months, or if you should marry after 2 years, or if it's after 3 years. That's a tough one because I guess it depends on the individual. Some people are quite open and you can kind of get to know them within 6 months, really. You can know enough to know if you're willing to discover other aspects of them. And some people, they actually know how to put their best foot forward for years. They can kind of mask who they are for a while, and then maybe they get tired, they get exhausted and realize, oh my gosh, I'm tired of playing this character. By then, you're like, oh, I dated them for 3 years, they a certain way, and then they get married, and people are like, you've changed. Sometimes it's change, but sometimes it's not change, actually. Sometimes it's because the person finally is comfortable to be themselves. Sorry, as I navigate my earrings, they don't want to make a cameo in the video. But too bad, I want them in the video. Anyways, sidetrack. But yeah, so some people are very good at disguising who they are and pretending to be a certain way because they want that person. Is it fair? Should you do that? Because I think when you pretend to be who you're not, you will get that person, but then it's not good for you either because that's a lot of pressure to be who you're not, to mask yourself, and then you start having hatred or animosity towards that person because you've portrayed something to them that you're not, and they expecting you to be that way. And so when a little bit of you comes out, they think, oh my gosh, you're changing. And then you're like, I'm not changing, because you feel more comfortable actually finally being yourself. So that's kind of tough. I think I don't think that I can say, that you should date someone 3 years. I think you should know enough about them, and hopefully you're the kind that ask, deep questions. So it depends if you're a surfacey person or if you're an in-depth person. That can help too, because surfacey people, they just see what's on the surface. The person is treating them well, the person is buying them gifts, the person is feeding them. They're not asking what's your credit like. They're not asking what's your family life like. They're not asking all the important information because they're enjoying the moment. It's good to enjoy the moment, but if you assume that this person is somebody you want to take to the next level, it's good to ask next level questions. So if you don't want to take them to the next level, you don't need to ask those next level questions. But if you're thinking, you want to know because marriage is not for punks. Marriage is not for the fragile. Marriage is a lot of work, and you definitely want to know who you're going to be doing that work with. So I think it's good to ask solid questions. And then take your time. I mean, if you have time, there's no need to rush. I definitely feel like if you have time, why rush? 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, at least get to know them, feel comfortable. Be yourself 100% around them. If you can feel comfortable to be yourself 100% without feeling like, oh, I don't want him to know this part because he's going to know it or she's going to know it, then what? So put all your cards out there. Let them know you. You deserve somebody who loves you, not what you think they should love. And they deserve the same. So love one another, love yourself. And remember what? Stay positive.